afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rensselaer and the East Campus Stadium for today's Liberty League semifinal match between the visiting Ithaca College Bombers and your Rensselaer Engineers. We'll have starting lineups in just a moment, but first we ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's contest. First, the visitors from Ithaca College. On attack is a junior from Huntington, New York, number 6, Connor Crossan. Also on attack, a freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 15, Connor Brumfield. And on attack is a senior from Framingham, Massachusetts, number 18, Jake Cotton. At the midfield for the Bombers, a senior from Gilon, New Jersey, number 20, Stephen Lansford. Also in the midfield, a junior from Fairfield, Connecticut, number 26, Brendan King. And at long stick midfield, a freshman from Ridgewood, New Jersey, number 35, Jake Hall Goldman. On defense for Ithaca, a senior from Huntington Station, New York, number 2, Keith Morrissey. Also on defense is a graduate student from Ithaca, New York, number 34, Winston Wenham. And on defense, a sophomore from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, number 37, Aaron McCartney. In goal for the Bombers, a sophomore from Bolton, Massachusetts, number 27, Robbie Atwood. The head coach of the Ithaca Bombers is Jeff Long. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Engineers of RPI. On attack is a junior from Delaware, Ohio, number 39, Cliff Kiger. Also on attack, a junior from Acton, Massachusetts, number 29, J.T. Kelly. And on attack, a senior captain from Longmeadow, Massachusetts, number 5, Zach Lucas. And long stick midfielder for the Engineers is a senior from Cape Elizabeth, Maine, number 7, Tom Peetstra. In the midfield, a senior captain from Reading, Vermont, number 41, Oliver Kaya. And also in the midfield is a junior from Wayland, Massachusetts, number 21, Lucas Pastorash. On defense, a freshman from Baldwinsville, New York, number 27, Kyle Pilcher. Also on defense, a junior from Bend, Oregon, number 2, Quinn Fettig. And rounding out defense, a junior from Erie, New York, number 1, Keaton Ackerman. In the goal for RPI is a senior from Cordova, Tennessee, number 15, Parker Smith. RPI's head coach, Jim Townsend, assistants Casey Colligan and Blake Frasca. The NCAA Liberty League Rensselaer promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the site of competition and, if needed, additional disciplinary action. We also remind you public intoxication, the consumption, use, or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products in rental facilities and outdoor venues is prohibited. We thank you for your cooperation.
Good afternoon, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to East Campus Stadium for today's Liberty League semifinal matchup featuring the 15th ranked Ithaca Bombers and the Engineers of RPI. Come in 19 in the latest coaches poll. RPI at 12-3 on the season. Ithaca at 14-2 on the year as they are underway in the opening draw. It's Ithaca in the dark blue. RPI in their home whites today. Bombers have the ball first. It's Brendan King, junior from Fairfield, Connecticut. On it, these two teams met previously this year. RPI handing Ithaca one of its two losses on the year, its other to RIT. RPI also with two losses on the season, so they tied in the standings. RPI winning the tiebreaker, of course, on a head-to-head matchup. But it was RPI's defense that did the job last time these two teams met, and they do it again here early. Lucas Bastarash coming away with that loose ball, and RPI will start up field. A little bit of room to work in the middle. Feenstra gets it back and shoots and scores. Tom Feenstra, a little give and go. Looked like with Kiger, and it's 1-0 RPI. As Ithaca had the ball first, went downfield. The Engineers forced the turnover in front of the net. And a little bit of transition offense there from RPI. They're able to get the goal. It's Feenstra. Senior defenseman, Cape Elizabeth, Maine, with the goal. And for Tom, that's just his 5th goal of the year, but none have come at a bigger time. These two teams looking to advance. Winner goes on to play in the Liberty League title game on Saturday. Heavily favored RIT, number 1 in the country for most, if not the entire season. They are in action at 4 o'clock today. A little bit of an early start here. The Engineers have a senior athlete banquet this evening, which a number of these seniors in this game will be honored. And there's another turnover. Good job on defensively so far for RPI. Just a minute and a half in. East Campus Stadium, hottest day of the year so far, up into the mid-80s today. After one of the longest, more drawn-out winters in memory. It's RPI on the attack here. Will Collins, junior from Islip, New York, working on the wing on Stephen Morrell, defending. Shot and a goal from a tight angle. What a shot there. I didn't think he was going to shoot from there, but Will Colleen dodged his way in and scored. It's 2-0 RPI. Kind of lulled everyone to sleep. And got into a good position. No one stepped in. Ithaca defender was clamoring there for man in the crease violation. But no, Colleen picks up the goal. 2-0 RPI. And right off the draw, Kaya shooting. Big time save. Rebound tip just wide by Kaya.
RPI goal scored by number 18, Will Colleen, unassisted.
Again, it's Feenstra looking to work his way in. The long pole, maybe a little bit too aggressive there after scoring. Lost it. And now the Bombers look to counter. Trying to catch the Engineers a bit in transition. Now they'll pull it back out. Kalen Fitzpatrick, senior from Dover, Mass, will draw it back up top, and now it'll be worked around. Matt Montgomery. And now Fitzpatrick. Oh, a little bit of a mishandle, low pass, but was in fact handled by Landsberg, a senior from Kindland, New Jersey. Bombers have had one offensive possession turned away by a turnover, but they score here. Nice lefty shot there from Fitzpatrick. He gets Ithaca on the board. The goal for Fitzpatrick is 8th of the season. Makes it a 2-1 game. 11:55 to play first quarter. Liberty League semifinals. Guess we won't know how the other game finishes up. St. Lawrence and RIT. Bouncing ball right in front of the RPI crease is gathered in by senior goaltender Parker Smith. Comes in 10-3 on the season, with an .846 goals against average and a .563 save percentage. Very good numbers for Smith. Now quickly ahead for Kiger. Fed across, broken up nicely. It's a loose ball. JT Kelly can't find it. And it's the Bombers who come away with it. Good defensive play there. Keith Morrissey broke up the pass. He was able to track down the ground ball out of Huntington Station, New York, 6'4", 195. And now a forced turnover the other way, as it was Zach Lucas, senior captain from Longmeadow, Mass, forcing another defensive zone, defensive end turnover on the Bombers. Puts RPI back on the attack. A little shimmy from Brom. He'll kick it out. Matthew Gilman. Now Lucas Bastarash. Left-hand carry, looking for a shooting lane, works it behind the goal. JT Kelly. Junior from Acton, Mass. Finding Gilman. Gilman got loose, takes a shot, and he scores! What a shot by Matthew Gilman. 3-1 RPI. 21st goal on the year for Gilman. Out of St. Louis, Missouri, and the senior has RPI in front, 3-1. The last time these two teams met, it was Ithaca who jumped out to a 5-2 lead in the first quarter. That's where the Engineers defense stepped up and shut the Bombers down for the second and third quarter. Shut them out completely in the middle portion of that game. Ithaca got 2 goals in the fourth, but it wasn't enough. And this one's eventually gobbled up by the RPI goalkeeper, Smith. It was a draw that kind of bounded its way back into the RPI end, but the Engineers will take the ball. Ackerman dumps it across for Quinn Fettig. And now racing upfield is Deneke. Long look. Kelly in front. Shot, dribbling just short of the goal line. It's gobbled up there by the Ithaca goaltender. Big play there. Robbie Atwood, 14-2, has all the decisions for the Bombers this year. Worked up field. Trying to get around Burns, and they do. That was Fitzpatrick. 3-1 RPI, Ithaca on the attack. Josh Delapuca, junior from Pleasantville, New York. Back up top for Brendan King. Behind the cage now, Crossan. Gathered in by Jake Cotton, senior from Framingham, Mass. Gets a screen. He'll elect to dump it down low. Ackerman. There's a stick check in there. Knocks his man down. Ball comes free. But it bounds right to King, who's in the right place at the right time. Now King looking for his shooting lane. Kick it out to Crossan. Crossan trying to work his way in on Fettig. He's turned behind the goal. Gets a screen. Shooting, and he scores. A nice shot there from Connor Crossan, the junior. Pulls Ithaca to within a goal. 18th tally for Crossan, who's more of a passer on this team. He leads the club with 23 assists, but that was his 18th goal. Makes it 3-2, 8:35 to play in the first quarter. Back to the face-off circle, where Kaya goes at it there, and he'll win the draw straight ahead. Kaya looking to go to goal, takes a couple of whacks there. Also a captain of the football team. Linebacker. RPI coaches both football. Ralph Isernia and Jim Townsend. Can't say enough about the leadership qualities of Oliver Kaya. Does a pretty good job in the face-off circle as well. 3-2 RPI. Looking to attack here. Kicked up top for Bastarash, and now Gilman, who's got a goal today. Gilman again, and now Bastarash. He'll work his way around the net. For Kiger. He'll fake a drive, and now play it back up top. Losing his footing there for a second was Cole. Across from a tight angle shot, and JT Kelly scores. 4-2 RPI. '19th goal on the season for JT Kelly. Picks up his 48th point. RPI back in on top by 2. Four different goal scorers for RPI. Back to the circle, and again it's Kaya with another win.
Scored by number 29, J.T. Kelly. He was assisted by number 24, Ryan.
Tips the scale in the face-off department in favor of RPI at 4-3. Here's Bram shooting, and that's a save. A long shot. It was seen all the way and held on to by Atwood. Atwood's numbers on the year: a 701 goals against average and a 566 save percentage. Pretty stellar numbers for him. Now a pass in front, and it's fired over the top, point blank. A great opportunity there as Crossan got behind everybody. He couldn't find the target. Ithaca will set up once again on the attack here, and once again down by 2, 6:24 to play in this first quarter. Only twice this year the Bombers have allowed more than 10 goals. Both times they've lost, RIT and RPI. They drive their way in as a errant pass scooped up by Fettig. And he will work it back for Smith. Fettig, a junior from Bend, Oregon. And the starting defenseman on this team with Ackerman. Two of the guys that will stay on the field at all times. Engineers back on the attack. Feenstra, who scored the opening goal, also got the start on defense. Kyle Pelcher, freshman from Baldwinsville, starting as Feenstra, the long pole midi. Engineers are deep. Here's Kelly trying to pass it in front. It deflects in. That was a pass. He was trying to find Keegar. It's 5-2. Sometimes you just need a little luck. And Kelly was definitely trying to pass. It was headed wide, and it hit the stick of the defenseman. That hit number 34, Winston Wenham, a grad student from Ithaca, and winning the goal. He was trying to find his man down low, Kiger. 5-2 Engineers. Remember, RPI trailed 5-2 in the first quarter in their previous meeting before they came storming back. Now they lead 5-2, and they have the ball again. Engineers winning that game 16-7 in the end on March 24th. Early season league game. It was just the second conference game for both teams. But it was just Ithaca's first loss on the year. And Bombers have been ahead of RPI in the polls all season, despite that game. And they are again today at 15, RPI 19. As Kiger just rips that one way high and wide, but it's backed up by Lucas. Zach Lucas gets a screen from Gilman in front, and now Kiger again took a hit. Trying to get that shot away. Ithaca knows Kiger's the man. He's leads the Engineers in points, 53, goals 35. Lucas right behind him, however. Bouncing ball gathered in by Gilman. Now Kelly. Zach Lucas, 52 points on the year coming in. Looking for his first point of the day. Bounding shot goes wide, backed up, looks like by Kiger. RPI stays on the attack. 3:25 to play in the first quarter, but lacrosse, as you may know, is a game of runs, and you can call it momentum, you can call it what you want. Right now it's in RPI's favor, but that can tip, and the Engineers, of course, as Jim Townsend, head coach, knows what that's all about. Have to keep the foot on the pedal. Now Brahm, a pass to Flex. It'll stay Engineers ball behind the goal. Kelly takes a hit on the shoulder, turns and fires, and a good save by Atwood. Starts the break. And the Engineers do a good job getting back defensively. Robbie Atwater, sophomore goalie from Bolton, Mass. Went to Neshoba Regional High School. So plenty of Massachusetts flavor on both of these teams, despite that they're, of course, both located in New York, especially Ithaca, more central. RPI, only about half hour from the border, Massachusetts. Brendan King. Try a little give and go, takes a shot and he scores. Gets it right back from Drillock. Greg Drillock, the senior from Pleasantville, New York, and scores. Makes it 5-3. Minute 57 to play in the first quarter. Goal for King is his 18th on the year. Kaya had a crack at the draw, dropped it for a second, and it's picked up by the next man in. It's a long pull. Zach Lima, freshman from Chatham, New Jersey. It's the ground ball. Another face-off win for RPI. Trying to pull away in that department. It's now 6-3 Engineers on face-offs. It was even not too long ago at 3 apiece. Here's Colleen. Got a goal today. Hands it off and gives a screen. Gans a shot that goes wide. As Jordan Gans, a senior from Palo Alto, California, looking to scratch his name onto the score sheet. Just missed. Now losing the ball in the handle there. And going down was Lucas, gobbled up by the Bombers. Kiger's man slips and falls. Big time scrum in front of the Ithaca bench area. And it's the Bombers who come away with it. Little long pulls. Morrissey, the defenseman, he'll hand it off. Morrell. Now Della Puca diving down the middle, lost the ball. And a little bit of a mishandle there. Nice job to gather it in. Reset for RPI. As they set up the clear. Ackerman, wide receiver for the RPI football team. Plays defense in Lacrosse, wears number 1. Out of Erieville, New York. And Cazenovia High School. Out west. Open in front. Closed off quickly. Colleen had a crack at it. The whack taken there by Putman. And it'll be Owen Putman to pick it up. He'll rip one. It's blocked out of play. And we get a whistle. And I believe a timeout here. No, it's the end of the quarter. I didn't hear the horn. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more from the Liberty League semifinals here in men's lacrosse, where RPI leads Ithaca 5-3 after 1. You're watching all that on RPI TV. For the second quarter, teams have changed ends. JT Kelly, 2 first quarter goals on 3 shots to lead RPI. 3 different goal scorers for Ithaca. As they will start off with the ball first in the second quarter, as they did in the first. Brendan King. Della Puca. And now Fitzpatrick. Open the scoring for Ithaca in this one. Trying to work his way in and fires it home. It's Josh Della Puca. Make it 5-4. I don't know if Parker Smith has made a save yet today. I don't think he has. No. Atwood at the other end. As He's made 4 stops. But, at the start, I'm sure Smith wanted, but the Engineers still lead by a goal. 14:25 to play. Just underway, second quarter. From beautiful East Campus Stadium in Troy, New York. And is Oliver Kaya give it back to his classmate and goaltender Smith. Fedig, Smith, and now Ackerman. I always find it interesting, people play multiple sports, what position they end up playing. You see a lot of hockey goalies who aren't goalies in lacrosse. Kaya, a linebacker, also a face-off man. They seem like they have some skills at crossover. But the wide receiver defender, as Engineers run out of time trying to cross midfield. And a turnover there. Morrell gets it back from Palmyra, New York. Fitzpatrick driving, and there's a save from Smith. Just what the doctor ordered. His first stop of the day. Keeps the Engineers in front for the time being. Ackerman will carry it across the midfield line before dishing it off to Gans. Gans for Kelly, or excuse me, Tiger. I don't think RPI stepped in yet. Maybe they have, I just missed it. See them in any hurry. Making a couple of changes. Here's Bram, freshman from Reading, Pennsylvania. Will move to get loose. Steps around one man, takes a check there from Wenham, who had in the first quarter what, if this was a soccer game, would have been an own goal. Pass was headed wide. As now Bastrash goes down. And it's scooped up. Turnover force there by Fitzpatrick. Good two-way midfielder for these Bombers. Now King. Off for Connor Brumfield, freshman from Pittsburgh. Ithaca trying to knot things up. Tight angle shot off the post. Rebound trying to scoop it up there was King. And it's the Engineers who come away with it. Fittig runs into some trouble. Does a nice job just to hold on to it there. And a play back to Smith. His lob pass broken up. Bastarash grabs it. Finds Fittig on the wing. Across, a high pass handled by Pelcher. Ithaca's ride giving some issues here to RPI, but they're finally able to work it into the box and set things up. Aiden Denicky, sophomore from Lansdale, PA, with the ball here for the Engineers, leading by a goal. Denicky played in 10 games this year, 3 goals and an assist for 4 points. Kick it up top for Jordan Gans. He's met by King. Looking for a lane. Denicky. Engineers haven't taken a shot in a while. There's one off the mask of the goaltender Atwood. Ball still loose. And we're going to get a whistle here. Looks like a crease violation on RPI. Ithaca still down by a goal. Looking to work something maybe here in transition. King behind the goal finds Crossan. Stephen Morrell. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. 5-4 is the RPI lead. Bombers with the only goal so far here in quarter number 2. Connor Brumfield. Morrell gets it back. Gets around Colleen, looking for a righty shot. Lines one up. And I'm not sure if Smith got a piece of that or not, but it heads wide. Backed up, however, by Crossan. And the Bombers are back on the attack. Quickly, Crossan. Fitzpatrick. Delapuka has the only goal of this quarter. Well, nearly got loose. Morrell lost the handle of the ball at the last second, or he might have taken a shot there. Delapuka looking for the lefty shot over the top, backed up by looks like, is that Fettig? It is. Fettig. And RPI gets the ball back. Bombers just didn't have anyone behind the goal. A little bit of a lapse there. Engineers have it back. With the lead, 5-4. It's number 15 Ithaca and number 19 RPI. In the Liberty League semifinals, they've added a quarterfinal game, so Ithaca had to get through Clarkson to get to this game. That was on Saturday. As losing his stick and the ball there to Zach Lucas. Now a high pass. Nice play there defensively. Terrific play by Pelcher. Good awareness of where he was on the field. Now a high pass gathered in by Burns. Junior from Monte Sereno, California. And a timeout here will be taken by RPI with 8:12 to go in the second quarter. Take a very quick break and be back with you. You're watching the Liberty League semifinals in men's lacrosse on RPI TV. Back to action here. 8:04 to go in the second. RPI with a 1-0 lead here on Ithaca. Lucas Bastarash it. Shot from an angle. Bounced it wide. Now Lucas. Off for JT Kelly. Lucas setting a screen. Kelly leads the team with 29 assists coming in. Does a lot of his work from behind the cage. Graham gets away from one man, but sliding over defensively was Wenham. He's had a good half so far defensively, other than the one fluky bounce off his stick that went in his own goal. Been a number of nice plays here for the Bombers. Now Graham fakes a shot. Twists back up top for Gilman. Now Bastarash wants it on his left. Of course, the Bombers know that. Now we got a penalty, our first one of the game coming up. Looks like it's going to be a slash. RPI still with the ball. If I'm right, it'll be a 1-minute penalty, but Ithaca needs the ball or a stoppage first. Now a shot. That one trickles wide. Gathered up and scored. It's Lucas. And it's 6-4. Penalty. Going to be a slash. RPI will go man up. Two man-up goals on the season for RPI. In 66 tries, that's a 33% conversion rate. That's easy math, 22 for 66. 6:34 to play in the second. RPI back up by 2. They'll be man up here, and they win the draw.
RPI goal by 5, Lucas. Ithaca penalty to number 37, Aaron McCartney. 1 minute for slashing.
It was a 1-minute slash, so getting better and better at picking up those lacrosse penalties. I think I've got hockey down, but lacrosse sometimes can confuse me. Anyway, 6 minutes to go in the half. RPI trying to add to their lead. Up a man here for 30 seconds or so. Kiger. Kelly. Kiger. Quick passing down low. Trying to feed it in front. It's loose. And trying to fall on top of it. There was inadvertently falling on top of it was Putman. Ball to Ithaca. It goes right near the edge of the crease. The Bombers here on the clear. Still down a man, so they'll take their time, but look to run out the rest of this penalty. Work it up across into the attacking end. Fitzpatrick. Penalty's over. RPI's led all the way so far. Right now they're up by a couple. Morrell. Crossan. Now a screen play not picked up. And Connor Brumfield makes the Engineers pay. Both the RPI defenders went with the ball carrier, left Brumfield wide open at the near post, and not much Smith could do about that. Brumfield picks up the goal. It's 6-5. Goal for Brumfield is his team leading 33rd of the season. He's been quiet so far today. Haven't said a lot about him. He hasn't had the ball much. I guess that's the idea if you're RPI, but now overrunning the draw there was Kaya. It has it. Landsberg. And now Dan Lee into the game for the first time. Sophomore from Pittsburgh. He'll hand it off for Brendan King. Pace of this one is grinded down. Almost a stalemate here. Now a pass in front. Smith trying to find it, couldn't. Bombers stay on it. King. Up top for Della Puca. And now Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick trying to get loose. Now he'll set a screen for Della Puca. Shot! That one skips wide. Backed up by Lee and the Bombers. Brumfield. Looks like a pass. Nope. And you call it a shot. RPI called. It's always a little bit difficult to judge intent, especially in close proximity to the goal, but it certainly looked like Thornfield was trying to throw that ball across the face of the net to a teammate, and eventually, whether they talked it out, the referees, or changed their mind, certainly a pass, and RPI gets it on the turnover. A little over 3 to go in the first half. Robbie Gale, freshman from Lakeville, Minnesota, into the game for the first time, my neck of the woods. Off for Cole. Behind the net, it's Cole. Turning and shooting, he bounced it just wide. There's a race for the ball. Swept towards the sideline. Skips through Kiger. And back come the Bombers. They have numbers. Little give and go. It's the defenseman trying to take the shot, but he was impeded. Nice job getting back into play there. As the shot came from Wenham. It was Zach Lima, the freshman. Just got a piece of the stick of Wenham. Trying to get that overhand shot off. Now the timeout here. 2:24 to play in the second quarter. It's 6-5 RPI in the Liberty League semifinals here on RPI TV. Back to live action here. Ithaca Bombers on the attack. Coming off a screen is Brumfield. Lost the ball. It was knocked away by Ackerman. And Keaton Ackerman picks it up. Down the middle of the field. A perfectly weighted ball there for Bastarash. And now his pass is broken up. Kiger converged upon, lost it. And it's the Bombers who get it right back. Jake Hall Goldman, a freshman defenseman from Ridgewood, New Jersey, jumping on that ground ball. Now a shot from a tight angle. They score. Drillock with the tally, and it's 6-6. First time we've been tied since this game started. A series of unfortunate events there for RPI. Kiger ran into a trio of defenders at the offensive end, lost the ball. Then the man guarding Drillock just slipped and fell, allowing him to walk in almost completely unimpeded to the front of the net. He was able to stick it past Smith. 6-6 game, 1:42 to play in the second quarter. Again, Kaya overruns the ball, and so does Lima, and this one's going to trickle towards the sideline. A save towards midfield, and who wants it? Bouncing ball here, whistles, and they're going to discuss this here. Officials coming together. Not sure what the call is. And anytime you have a ball going back and forth like that, you can have offside, you can have a number of things. Either way, violation here on Ithaca. It'll be RPI ball. Minute 24 on the clock. RPI's biggest lead was 3. They led 5-2. But Ithaca slowly crept its way back into this one, pulling even moments ago. Will Killeen behind the cage. Putman's there with him. His pass broken up, and back come the Bombers with speed. The long pole, McCartney. And a man in front. There's another long stick. It was the defenseman Morrissey who had jumped in the attack. Now he'll go off for a change, and we get I believe a timeout here. Yes, timeout, Ithaca, 46.4. We'll stay right here, get you caught up on the goal scorers in this game. JT Kelly had 2 first-quarter goals for RPI, leads the way for the Engineers. Zach Lucas, Tom Feenstra, Matt Gilman, and Will Killeen all have tallies for the Engineers. Cole and Keegar with just assists each way. And for the Bombers, 6 different goal scorers. Drillock, who just scored. Delapuka has a goal. Crossan, Brumfield, Fitzpatrick, and King, all with single goals. Drillock an assist as well. He's the only Ithaca player with multiple points so far, as they have the ball and in a tie game. We'll potentially be looking for a last shot here. Bombers trying to head into the locker room with the lead. It would be their first of the day. RPI Women's Lacrosse coming away with a big win yesterday in the Liberty League quarterfinals. They beat Clarkson 10-7 over on Renwick Field. They will head to take on the top seed and William Smith on Saturday morning, 11:30 start in Geneva. 42 seconds left in the first half here. And it's the Ithaca Bombers set up. Delapuka. Brumfield. Crossan back to Brumfield. Lee. Up top for Crossan. Good ball movement so far, but Engineers keeping the Bombers on the perimeter. 12 seconds in the half. Fed across, broken up by Ackerman. Trying to move it forward with 4. He'll lob it ahead. 2 seconds, 1. Last chance here. There's the horn as Gilman, I don't know if he saw how much time was left. There is a scoreboard at each end, and didn't peek up, but RPI defensively does its job at the end to keep this one 6-6 after 30 minutes of play. We'll be back with the second half in just a bit. You're watching the Liberty League semifinals in men's lacrosse on RPI TV. Bombers who take the draw. Faceoffs are now 8-7 RPI, so gap has been closed there. JT Kelly, the only player in the first half, either side, with multiple goals. Everyone else sharing the wealth in that department. Bombers have the last two in this one to tie things up at 6. Loose ball. Engineers nearly forced it free. And now still a good fight for it, but Ithaca keeps it. And Della Puca. King. Brumfield. And now a shot and a save there by Smith. Just his second stop of the day, but that one keeps this one tied. Looked like a tough one at that. That pass too low for Kiger. And another turnover here. I say another, that's just the 9th on RPI. I think it's turned it over 11 times. But it seems like recently the Engineers have had a little bit of trouble even just getting the ball set up at the offensive end. But still plenty of time to correct that. Della Puca off for Crossan. Trying to step inside Fettig. Forced behind the goal. Now driving Drillick. And now Crossan. Gets a screen. Fettig. And the stick stashed right in the old bread basket there. Not allowing him to get a pass or a shot off. Now a lefty shot bounced wide from Della Puca. Had a goal in that first half. Here's Morrell. Now King driving all the way in. Kicks it out. Drillick. And now Morrell again. Sustained offense here from Ithaca in a 6-6 game. Dan Lee. Behind the goal goes King. A decent breeze here at East Campus Stadium. Blowing right to left across your screen. Behind the goal goes Morrell. It doesn't have a lot of effect on the lacrosse ball, but probably helps the guys out today. It's pretty hot out there. Crossan looking for a lane. Twisting and turning on Fettig. Fettig, I'm not letting him in. He lost the ball. And the Engineers defense holds Fettig ahead. And will be hauled in by Lima. Nice catch by Gilman. Now Kiger's shot was blocked and it comes free and the Bombers have it. And they'll set up again. Got a great stand moments ago on defense for a minute and a half, 2 minutes there before Quinn Fettig, the junior, able to force the turnover. RPI gave it right back at the offensive end. Driving is Della Puca. Fed in front, nobody home. I'm not even sure who that pass was intended for. RPI will take over here. Working ahead quickly to Lucas Bastrak, junior from Wayland, Mass. As the locks are sticking out the back of his helmet. Now Burns. Up top for Bram. Couple of freshmen seeing some time in this one, including Bram. Coach Townsend said before the year started, very excited about the depth of this team. There's a shot there, a quick one, trying to catch Atwood going across the net. But Bram was stopped, and now back come the Bombers. 6-6 game, looking for our first goal of the second half. We're almost halfway through the first quarter. Or excuse me, the third quarter. Morrell. Behind the net goes King. Still on it. Crossing. He'll back things out. Drillick for Morrell. Now Drillick. He and Morrell not on the same page on that side of the field. We'll try the near side. King gets it back. Trying to jump the pass that time was Colleen. Just quite get there and couldn't quite get there in time. Now Drillick. Crossing. Jake Cotton. Morrell uses the screen from Cotton. And now Crossing again. Bombers seemingly content to play keep away here. So far in this second half, they've had the majority of the ball by a 3-1 margin. And that was a loose ball, gathered back in again. And now off the stick of Drillick. RPI sensing blood in the water, trying to snatch that loose ball, but it's picked up and shot high. I didn't see there was a shot clock on. Must have been. They couldn't find the net, so RPI is going to take over here. I didn't see the official put up the sign to start the clock, but I think he just made the motion for a violation. Anyway, RPI has it back. They touch up, and seems like it's been a while since the Engineers were on the attack. They scored a few goals in transition in the first quarter. Got them out to their 5-2 lead. And here they are, looking to go back on top. Cole down low for Kelly. JT Kelly gets a screen from Kiger. And now it's Cole. Cole again. Tim Oslislow into the game for the first time as Gans has it here. Looking for a lefty shot. And then Kelly pass handcuffed him a bit, lost the ball. Bombers look to break the other way, pass a little bit behind the intended target. That was Fitzpatrick. Able to gather it in. And once again, Bombers on the attack. And the Engineers need to find that fire that they started the game with. There's a bouncing ball. And that one completely ate up Della Puca. Couldn't get the head of his stick anywhere near it. Oslislow's pass, great one-hand catch by Gans. Gans firing wide. He took a shot there at the end. backed up by Kelly anyway. Engineers haven't scored since 6:34 to play in the second quarter. We're under 5 to play in the third. Who will step up? Bram. And now Bastarash. Kelly quickly behind for Kiger. And now Lucas. Zach Lucas. Off for Jason Bram. Gilman. RPI. Nothing else. At least they have the ball at the offensive end. And now a pass deflected. This will maintain. Engineers will maintain possession. Lucas over to get it. Or excuse me, Kelly. And now Bram again. A scoreless third quarter with 3:42 left in it. Here's Bram. And we're going to get whistles here. I think they wanted the clock to start. It didn't. Yeah, it started now. 25 seconds on the shot clock for RPI. Now they'll run it. 25 to shoot for the Engineers. Bram takes a shot. Save made. Gobbled up by Atwood. 8th save of the game for Robbie Atwood. Keeps this game tied. Engineers set up their ride here. Good pass down the middle. Turning with it is Delapuka. Shot saved there by Smith. Both goaltenders. A couple of stops here. RPI in transition. In front, Kiger lost the ball. And now plenty of space for the Bombers. They have numbers down low. Stripped away by Ackerman. What a play by Keaton Ackerman. Helped by a little bit of indecision. Now shot by Gilman goes wide, backed up by Kelly, but just barely. As the goaltender, Atwood, was the second one to it. Penalty coming up. Shot by Kelly goes wide. And here's your whistle. It's going to be the second penalty of the game. It's going to be a slash to go on the Bombers with 1:55 to go in the third quarter. Both of these teams looking for that very elusive first goal of the second half. Penalty's going to go on Aaron McCartney, sophomore from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. He's going to go off here for a minute. See if the Engineers can take advantage. They were unsuccessful in their first man-up try. As I mentioned, at 33% coming in. Could really use one here. Bastarash behind for Kelly. In front. What a stop by Atwood. Point blank. As he denies Lucas. And now Man down are the Bombers, but they'll obviously want to slow things up here. Run out the rest of this penalty, which has about 10-15 seconds left on it. Fitzpatrick. And now Della Puca. 1 minute to go in a goalless frame. Penalty's over. Stepping on is Cotton. Morrell working his way around Bastorak. 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Morrell gets a screen, looking for a lane. Shot and a save by Smith. Ground ball to Crossan. Crossan trying to work his way around. His shot was blocked. And a loose ball be gathered in by Smith. 14 seconds to go in the third. Maybe one more chance here upfield. If the Engineers hurry, Ackerman's going to chuck it. Trying to snare it behind the goal with 4. Would have been a highlight reel play if Kelly was able to snare that one. Keaton Ackerman, always a receiver in football, but he zipped that lacrosse ball downfield. And it found the stick of Kelly. He just couldn't hold on to it. That'll do it for the third quarter. Take a quick break. 15 minutes of lacrosse to play. We're still tied at 6. You're watching Liberty League semifinal action on RPI TV. Quarter underway. RPI won the draw momentarily. It was snatched right back and then thrown away. This one will stay on the field. Fortuitous bounce there for the Bombers. Could have easily bounced on over the near sideline. Fouled up by Morrison. And now, step over the line, offside here on Ithaca. Who wants to break this 6-6 tie? Nice snare there. Bit of an errant pass. Handled by Lucas. Turning with it is Cole. Off for Oslislo. And now Burns. Here's JT Kelly. He had 2 goals in this one. He leads RPI in that department. Almost feels like it was yesterday. Burns behind. Kelly looking for the pass at the near post. Ackerman reaching for it, one-handed. And look at the ball here. It's Dan Lee. I don't see the next goal winning this game, but I do see the next goal waking these teams up. I think we'll have more than one or two before this one's over. 13 minutes to play in the game. 6-6 RPI and Ithaca. Shot coming, and they do score. And they take their first lead. Kalen Fitzpatrick with his second of the game over Massachusetts native. Just his 9th goal on the year. Ithaca leads 7-6. Back to the center circle for the draw. Face-off is won by Ithaca, and Oliver Kai is down. If he's down, you know there's something wrong. One of the toughest guys out there. He's back on his feet. Determined athletic trainer over to help him out, but didn't quite see what happened there. They blew the whistle. Just like a caution. It'll be Ithaca ball. When we restart, Bombers with a 1-goal lead. Delapuka went down, gets back up, being harassed there by Lima. Working his way in. That was King. And now slow it down for Delapuka. Bombers have the only goal this half, scored moments ago. That loose ball skips out. It was a shot, yes it was. Bombers maintain possession, cross in. Behind the cage for Holme. Or was that Lee? It's Lee. Crossing again. Ithaca's going to take the air out of this one. As they really were already doing in the third quarter. Forcing the hand of the officials to flip on that shot clock. It's not on yet. Now they're moving the ball a little bit better inside the box. Crossing. Still not an exact science like on the women's side where they've instituted a 90-second shot clock across the board. Here it's 30 and has to be activated by the referees. Women's lacrosse, 90-second shot clock starts as soon as you get the ball. Which I tend to like a little bit better. And they've done a nice job instituting it. Shot clock's begun. For the Bombers here. Morel. Delapuka. Back to Morel. They play catch out wide. 15 to shoot. Pass down low for King. I think it was a pass. It was a deflected pass. Stay Ithaca ball. Whoever deflected it, a nice job. Lee was open at the back door. Running out of time. 2 to shoot. Shot high and wide. Didn't catch the target. Going to be a shot clock violation. Another big defensive stand for this RPI team defensively. Just need the offense to show up. RPI completes the clear. Top scorer, Tiger, hasn't gotten anything going so far today. 35 goals on the year for Cliff Tiger. It really is. Over 36 here. Here's Colleen. Behind the goal, Kelly. Up top, spin move, Deneke looking for room. Back behind for Kelly. JT Kelly turning and shooting off the crossbar. And it's backed up by Aiden Deneke. Kelly. Up top for Will Colleen for the first goal of this game. That one skips away. Gobbled up by Deneke. Loose ball in front. And out of his net to grab it was Atwood. And Bombers stand up the RPI defense here. Landsberg up ahead, whistles and a timeout Ithaca with 8:52 to go. A defensive battle as the Bombers in front by a goal. We'll take a very quick break and be back. East Campus Stadium, the Liberty League semifinals on RPI TV. The Ithaca timeout. Bombers with the ball. King all the way to the goal line extended. So working it back up top for Morrell. And now Drillock. Crossing. Morrell off a screen. King. Still plenty of time left. 8 minutes to go in the fourth. Ball worked loose by Fettig. Now dodging inside. Ball comes free to Smith and leaking out down the middle. It's Will Colleen. Gives it back. Gets it back from Kiger. Shot was blocked. Rebound Kiger trying to fire again. No, picked up by Feenstra. Now a low shot bounced in and a save by Atwood. He has been something else here this afternoon. As that ball goes rolling towards the sideline and they can't keep it in and they turn it right back over to the Engineers. The Engineers with some second life there. Pressures of a late game situation tightening up just a little bit. Basterat. Fakes a handoff. Off to Kiger. And now way up top for Bram. Trying to drive his way in on Drillick. Basterat. Wants a left-hand shot. Going to line one up, and he fires it wide. An opportunity there for Lucas Basterat. Just by the wayside. And now a loose ball gathered up by the Bombers. Stolen away nearly by Kiger. He nearly jumped that pass back for the goalie, Atwood. And as it is, it's the Bombers the other way. And there's a high pass, race for the ball. And offside here. Illegal touch on the Bombers. RPI ball. Basterat. Gilman trying to work his way in. 5:45 to play in the fourth quarter. RPI down by a goal. The first time they've trailed. There were no goals in the third quarter of this game. Kalen Fitzpatrick broke the deadlock with 12:57 left to go. There's a shot off the side of the net from Gilman. Robbie Atwood, 10 saves in this game. Turning and shooting, he makes another, 11. And now the Bombers in transition. Will they look to attack? A shot. Oh, might have caught the bar. Loose off a stick. Should be Ithaca ball. And they restart quickly. Under 5 to play. Now they'll slow things down. St. Lawrence and RIT are underway. Tigers leading that one 6-4 in the second quarter. In the other semifinal here. It is 7-6 Ithaca. Morrell back up top for Crossan. Crossan trying to make a move on Gilman. He stood up there. We'll go at Gilman again. Trying to get on his left. Takes a shot. Save there by Smith. And now to Ackerman. Both teams have been superb defensively. Here's Kiger. And now a timeout RPI with 3:47 left to play. We'll take a break, maybe for the last time. Ithaca 7, RPI 6. We're running out of time. You're watching Liberty League semifinal action in men's lacrosse on RPI TV. Resuming here in the fourth quarter. 3:40 left. Will Killeen for RPI. Engineers trying to pull even. It's been ages since they've scored. 6:34 to go in the second quarter. And Zach Lucas netted his tally. It's 29th of the year. Or 31st, rather. Nearly stolen away. High catch, Gann. Shot goes wide. Not a high percentage shot, but the Engineers looking for anything they can get here. Backed up well. Lucas. Gans. Deneke, a shot, he scores! Make it Graham. And we're tied at 7. An injury on the field. Jason Graham with his biggest goal as an Engineer. The Ithaca player down is Stephen Landsberg, senior from Kinlan, New Jersey. I'm not sure what, they may caught a stick, I'm not sure. The goal for Brown is 16th of the season. Former standout at the Hill School. Landsberg up to his feet. Good to see him walking off the field on his own. We're all knotted up at 7 with 2:46 left. Jason Graham scoring here for the Engineers. His first on the day. He's taken 5 shots, 4 on goal. Second most on the team today. Lucas in that department. He's letting him rip. That's what you got to do when you're down a goal. Kaya in there trying to win the faceoff, and he does straight ahead. Kaya shooting, save made, and a loose ball. Kaya went for glory there, and another nice stop by Atwood. 2:25 left. A lot of times you want your face-off man to pull up there, but how this game has gone. You can catch Ithaca in transition. They've been solid defensively. He walked it right in, and you have to credit Atwood with the save there. Can't argue with the move for Kaya going right to the net. A bit of a bobble. Got it in. Owen Smith. I haven't seen a lot of Owen Smith today. He's out there now. Minute and a half to go in regulation. Tie game. Fitzpatrick. A couple of changes. We're just trying to get some fresh bodies out there. Now the regulars are back out there. It is a heat that neither of these teams have had to deal with all year. Up in the mid-80s. And now a whistle. What's the issue here? Shot clock. So the shot clock at 25 seconds with 1:11 to go. The Engineers will at least get a crack at another possession regardless of how this turns out here. This possession. Delapuka. 10 to shoot. Brumfield. Delapuka. King. Three to shoot. Tight angle shot, blocked away. Might have hit his own man. It'll be a turnover. On the shot clock violation, there's another man down. Engineers unhappy. They're trying to break the other way. Now on the plus side for RPI, Bastarash wasn't happy. I think on the delay. RPI will be able to get the players it wants on the field for this breakout. And for this clear. Lobbed over the top, and it's handled there by Tiger. 30 seconds to go. And timeout, RPI 27-24. Cliff Tiger still without a goal today. You can make everybody forget about that. You can bury one here or set up one of his teammates. He does have an assist, which he got back in that first half. RPI got up to a hot start. 2 goals in the first 3 minutes. Feenstra and Colleen. Ithaca scored 2 out of 3 to pull to win 3-2. Couple of goals in a row from JT Kelly made it 5-2 late on in the first quarter. Brendan King scoring his 18th of the year to make it 5-3 after 1 quarter. Then in the second quarter, just 1 RPI goal. It was Lucas, 6:43 left, 3 goals to end the frame. Or excuse me, 2 goals to end the frame to tie things up for Ithaca. Then they took a lead with 12:57 left in this quarter. All the way down, 12 minutes later almost. Jason Bram for RPI made it 7-7. That's where we stand. 27.4 left. Engineers looking for the last shot, maybe a game winner. Pass broken up. It doesn't trickle out of bounds, and it will. Luckily there for the Engineers, as Lucas had no idea where that ball went out of his stick. 13 seconds to go in regulation. Bastarash spinning, turning, hands it off. A shot over the top with 4, and the clock will stop with 2.9 left. Maybe just a pass and a shot through everybody, and we are going to overtime. We'll take a very brief break and be back with that overtime session right here on RPI TV. The Liberty League semifinals are tied at 7, RPI and Ithaca. Set for overtime. Neither of these teams have played in one-goal games yet this year, let alone gone to overtime. So new territory for both. Official got in the way, and this will be chucked away. What was that? Now a bouncing ball at midfield, picked up by Will Colleen. Thrown away by Lansford. Don't know why. RPI has it. And they don't care. Basterat. 5 minutes. Sudden death overtime. Graham, the regulation hero, tying things up for the Engineers on the ball. Now Basterat. Off for Bram. Does he want to do it again? Gilman. High screen. Twisting and turning, he'll pull it back out. Now Basterat. Winner moves on to the Liberty League title game on Saturday at the site of the highest seed remaining. 7-7 right now, RT in St. Lawrence. They're in the second quarter. Game started at 4. There's a shot that goes wide from Bram. He tied things up with 2 and change, 2:46 to go in regulation, made it 7-7. 2:35 left in our first OT. JT Kelly on the restart. Spins to the front of the goal, takes the shot, hits the side of the cage. And now Ithaca. The Engineers set up the ride, hopping off the bench here. And Kelly nearly had Fitzpatrick pinned up at midfield. Morrell. It doesn't get much more anxious than lacrosse overtime. Even more so, I'd say, than hockey. Drillick. Crossing. Morrell. Behind the goal. Brumfield. Some room on the wing. Fitzpatrick. Cotton. Taking a swipe there was Ackerman. Nearly stole it away from Drillick. And now whistles here. And a timeout taken by Ithaca. 1:12 to go in overtime. It doesn't get any tighter than what we've had today. RPI's 3-goal lead all the way back in the first quarter is as big as things got here. We'll stick around. Since pulling even at 6-6 for halftime. Well, we've only had 2 goals scored since then, 1 each way. No goals in the third. We had 8 in the first quarter, then 4 in the second, none, and then 2. So I guess we can only get 1 more goal left in this game. A little bit of symmetry, though, for RPI sports fans out there. 8-4-2 with a 0 squeezed in there. And we get 1. And 1's going to win it. Ithaca with the ball with 1:12 to play in our overtime number 1. Should we go further? Morrell crossing. behind the cage. Drillick. Far side, Fitzpatrick. Drillick. Knocked down. Stolen away. Feenstra. Trying to lob it ahead as Gilman. Here in front of pass and one too many. This will roll out with 31 seconds to play. Maybe one too many passes there for RPI. Now Ithaca wants to break the other direction. Morrissey driving inside, a shot over the top. He tried to one-hand it. 19:5 to go. Cotton. Crossing. Delapuca. Cotton again. Delapuca trying to work his way in. Bouncing ball, lost the handle. And that will do it for our first overtime. Great defensive play there when he needed it. Tom Feenstra in front of the RPI cage doing the job. Teams will change ends here. And we'll be back to East Campus Stadium for overtime number 2. RPI and Ithaca still tied at 7. Watching Liberty League semifinal lacrosse on RPI TV. Four minutes back on the clock. We have more overtime lacrosse. Will Colleen trying to drag it out of the pile. And it's one back here by the Bombers. Stolen away and the shot fired high. Point blank range there. Nearly had it ended. King. Bombers moving left to right across their screen. Fed all the way up top. A shot. They score. Josh Delapuca. An over the top shot. Wins it 8-7.
Scored by number 12, Josh Delapuca. Assisted by number 6, Connor Clausen.
And the Engineers fall here in the semifinal.
6 Clausen. Final score, Ithaca, 8.
Second goal of the day for Delapuca. 22nd on the season. Ends this one in double OT, just 42 seconds in. With the win, Ithaca moves on to play in the title game. 15-2 overall. RPI falls to 12-4 on the season. And they await their postseason fate. I'd like to thank all of you for watching today's game. Jason Lee, Perry Lascaris. Final score from East Campus Stadium was Ithaca 8, RPI 7 in double overtime in the Liberty League semifinals. You're watching RPI Men's Lacrosse on RPI TV.